Started.
This is Rosie Chung and Dan Dunlap coming to you from Michiana Airport. We're awaiting the arrival of David Bullard and his wife, Julie. This is a very tragic story. It seems they are coming to South Bend to seek medical help for Mrs. Bullard. It's rumored that the aging Mrs. Bullard has Alzheimer's disease, and Mr. Bullard wants to consult Dr. Kevorkian and ask a nurse. They will be arriving very soon. I wonder if we will see any indication of Julie's illness. What do you think, Dan?
Well, I would say if she's carrying any stuffed animals when she comes off the plane, that's a good indication.
It's been noted that they are both very eccentric and dressed strangely. Mrs. Bullard has two sisters, Mrs. Corinne Moore, who is a bit strange herself, and the highly respected and intelligent and very beautiful Rosemary Dunlap. We are awaiting the arrival of the Bullards. They didn't make the flight because Mrs. Bullard had an anxiety attack. Mr. Bullard had to rent a car to see her through it. They should be here momentarily. I hope they'll be in good condition. What do you think, Dan?
I would say that if she comes out of the car and she's carrying a stuffed animal or an animal of any kind, that her condition is deteriorated to a point where they need Dr. Kevorkian. Time will tell as soon as they arrive.
Dan, we just got a call from Dr. Spock, and he said that Mr. Bullard is almost as bad as Mrs. Bullard, so we have to be prepared for anything that might happen. What do you think, Dan?
Well, I'm not a doctor, but I have to abide by the doctor's decision. He must be in real bad shape. I hope it's not communicable.
Heaven help us all, Dan.
Yes. See you later, Don. Well, they're here, and now the truth will be known. Oh, she's got those stuffed animals. Look at that. Not planked flamingos. Those are whales. Killer whales. There he is.
He had a hat with crab legs coming on him.
Yeah, I was going to tell you about all this.
Oh, that's fine.
This
She
crustacean
kisses
landed on
my
my head and I couldn't
husband
get it off.
and doesn't give me a kiss.
Ro, look out for AIDS.
What? Oh, jeez.
Hello.
Hi.
And this is Mrs. Bullard's sister, and she has a problem too.
Poor Corinne.
My very own Polish pink flamingo.
They're with the toys again.
Oh, isn't this cute? Oh, did
Both
you
of
get
them
one
are
big
having a
sister?
problem there, Connie.
Did you get one big sister? Yes, I mean, this is the younger sister with her toy, but you know,
We're here. We're just, I want to do the best for her, you know. I hope everything works out
Oh,
well.
I'm so glad you made it. I thought you were going to work.
Sister,
No, just continue.
just that's
No,
the
wait a
sister
minute, Larry, wait a minute. Go
who
back.
has the same condition.
Larry, go into the other room
But
and
there's
film
no
from
red
the other room.
light on. There's
Yeah,
no red
'cause I
light
don't
on.
want you to. Are you all right?
You know, she made David.
See, her condition has not improved.
David, are you okay?
Not when she does this.
Are you okay, honey?
She may feel that this might be
Can
the
I
last supper.
get close and show them the stubble?
What did you
See,
say, Corinne?
that's part of the condition.
No, I shave. Larry, go ahead. And then
What did
No.
you, wait, what did
I
you say, Corinne?
I don't remember.
Maybe.
She has, she has CMS disease. Can't remember shit.
Part of the illness here,
No, no,
we're not
tell us,
sure.
no, go ahead, tell us.
She's so happy to be having a good time. But anyway.
And we're so happy for her.
But
Fro, be nice to the invalid.
Oh, I am. I'm so happy for her. Would you like a sip of wine? Oh, yes. Not out of my...
St. Stanislaus Church. I was baptized and made my first communion. St. Stanislaus Church on September 23rd, 1993. This is where I was baptized, made my first communion, and was confirmed, and where my parents were married, and where the whole family went to church every Sunday when we lived in South Bend. My grandfather and great-grandfather helped build this church way back in early 1900s. This is St. Mary's College, Notre Dame, Indiana, founded 150 years ago by the Sisters of the Holy Cross. And this is where I came to be in the convent and went to school. Very, very beautiful campus. And we will take more pictures of the church and other buildings. This is the entranceway. This was the convent building that I stayed in for the first 2 years that I was in the convent here at St. Mary's. Beautiful old building, one of the original ones on campus. And that's the statue of St. Michael the Archangel at the front of the convent building, and here's where we had all our picnics on the outside lawn. Yes. This is where Sister Aurea, my grandmother's sister, is buried at the cemetery here at St. Mary's. Here lies Sister Agneta. This was my dad's aunt, and she was in the convent at St. Mary's at the same time that I was in the novitiate. Right, we just went through Our Lady of Peace Cemetery on the campus of St. Mary's, where all the nuns are buried, especially Rosemary's favorite aunt, Sister Agneta. This is the Church of Loretto. It's the chapel for the nuns on the St. Mary's campus. They do have masses on Sunday that the girls can attend, but the nuns use it more than anybody else. To the left, the old building there is where the generalate, or where the nuns that are on the board of directors for the Sisters of the Holy Cross live. And then panning to your right is the convent where the retired sisters live. We will now proceed to go in church. This is the inside of the Church of Our Lady of Loretto. They have changed it quite a bit since I've been here. They've kept the mosaics, but they changed the bottom portion of the church, taking off the pews, and just having chairs, adding a baptismal color, and taking out the stained glass windows on the lower sides of the church. And the altar where they now just have an altar table in the middle, and then they have the tabernacle here on the right-hand side. This is the Basilica of the Sacred Heart of Jesus on the campus of the University of Notre Dame.
Administration building, Notre Dame.
Slowly do it.
Dan, it is so tragic. The Bullards were on a cruise yesterday, but we were going to film there, but Mrs. Bullard just went berserk. And it was so pitiful, we just could not let anybody see it. But they are now visiting her aunt and uncle, so we'll go from here and see what happens.
Who's going to win tomorrow?
I could see that, but has anybody give a good game?
She's already seated, Girl,
I don't like
Connie.
runaway game. I never have.
Yeah,
And the men are
you never
paying
know.
quite a bit of attention to
I
her
mean, they're favored by
because of her condition.
points.
Oh, that's good
She keeps
pictures, yeah.
thinking, Dan, that her name is Felicia. Can you imagine that?
These are fairly...
It's hard to believe.
Because
The deterioration is
let's see.
really pronounced.
This is just
Yeah.
about the time we were here.
Family is all gathering because of her condition, and that's why Corinne is here.
Oh,
Look at that.
that was...
I hope.
See?
How you feel today? Are you doing okay? I'm fine.
Still in Ocean Shores.
I'm fine.
What's your name?
Her spirits are so good.
What is your name?
I told Julia.
Felicia.
Felicia?
My
Why?
name's
Yeah, last night you were saying.
Felicia.
Last night you said you.
I'm going to sing.
Last night you said you were Phoebe.
I love Phoebe.
See see how bad it is?
I love Phyllis. And I love Phyllis. And you're foolish.
We're on our way to Purdue. Julie's in such bad shape that she's got to have some recreation. Go ahead, Ro.
Stop it. This is Dan and Rosie coming to you from Red and Travel. We're on our way to Purdue. Mr. Bullard wants to see one of the famous engineering professors at Purdue to see if there's anything that he can do for Mrs. Bullard. We're really in hopes here that something could be done. Don't you think she looks a lot like Mrs. Bullard or Mrs. May Jurek, her mother? There's such a strong resemblance. Don't you think, Dan?
Yeah, I agree with that 100%.
She's been sedated, so I hope she can bear with us for the rest of the day.
Now we're down by the lake, and the three of them are coming into the same problem. I think it runs in the family. They're holding Julie up there so that she looks pretty good, but without the two of them holding her, I'll tell you, it'd be murder.
We are now at the University of Notre Dame. The engineers at Purdue could do nothing for Julie, so apparently all that's left are prayers at the grotto. Julie can be seen lighting the candle, assisted by her husband and her sister. They all three need our prayers, Dan.
Oh, the way things are going, she better light more than one candle. I'd say there's not enough there for her. She's such a hopeless case. Purdue couldn't do a thing for her yesterday. What do you think, Rosie?
Well, I just hope the candles work, because I don't know what else we can do. And her sisters are so kind to her.
There she is lighting the candle. David pulled out a $10 bill. That just shows you how concerned he is. There, see, there she goes with the lights on him. David's holding her arm. She just needs somebody to steady her all the time. She really is in bad shape.
And
There's
her
her sister walking away, tears running down her eyes. It's just, really, it's pathetic. Now they're praying. Look at her, she doesn't even kneel straight. She's at an angle. What do you think on her, Rosie?
Well, like I say, I don't know where else we can turn. Unless there's one thing left.
What's that?
Shipshawana.
You think a shopping tour will help her?
No. I think we should go there to ask the Amish community for prayers for her.
Oh, that might be just the thing she needs. Look at them, how they're holding her up.
The Bullards just left. They told us that they were going to look for a house. But we know through a good source that they're really going to Westville State Hospital to see if they can commit her. I wish him luck.
Rosemary's working in the kitchen, but we just found another fly in the house. Every time Julie walks in the house, the flies follow her. Now that's a sure indication that they can follow certain death. What do you think, Rosie?
Well, the way they keep sticking to her, I mean, they just, you know how you see pictures on TV of people in Ethiopia where the flies just stick to them? That's what happens to her. I don't know, it's eerie.
Well, it's a sad situation that we're facing with her. And her poor sister, the other sister,
You mean Corinne?
Corky, she is probably following in her footsteps.
She's not
And-
too far away from the same situation.
Yeah,
It is pitiful.
she's looking just like May. And the living May I'm talking about. So Corinne's got a lot to look forward to. This is Greg and Linda's new car. Here's some geese flying over on our house. Here comes Linda. And that is
Really nice
Big
out
Jason.
here. We're here to say goodbye to the kids.
And there's Lindsay. Hello, Josh.
Yeah, I will.
Rosemary must think it's winter.
Not cold.
I'll ask around. If I hear anything, I'll either give you a signal or write you a letter.
Right?
Let you know what's going on.
Oh, nice.
Tell him when he's ready.
Oh, so, Grasshopper, you want to come upstairs and hop on my grass?
Look at those frost legs.
You don't want me to touch you. No.
Is that hair wet or does it always hang like that?
It'd be wet. I took my monthly shower.
Oh.
Yeah. Julie said she was going to come up and shower with me.
And he was telling me what a big carrot he had.
She failed you again.
My carrot never jumps out of grass, you grasshopper.
Julie is feeding
Talk louder.
Julie is feeding the birds right now. She's got her robe on because she thought she was going to be committed today to Westville, home for the mentally insane. But they didn't have any room for her, so she has to go back to Washington until they have an opening. So they're feeding the birds and the pelicans.
Come on, birdie, birdie.
Birdie, birdie, birdie.
Here you are.
Feed the flamingo. I'll stop that stuff his butt.
Listen to him talk.
Oh,
They really have gone to the birds.
how come they're not coming for us?
Because they're not seagulls.
Here, birdie, 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 birdie.
Scare them half to death.
Here, birdie, birdie, birdie. Yahoo!
This one doesn't eat, even on his butt.
No, that's for it. Oh, Mushkati. Oh, Mother would
We're
be
gonna save
so
that for us.
happy.
That's going to be our housewarming present.
Oh, Mushkati and a
So is that pink flamingo.
more. Birds, 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 birds. Where are the birdies? The birdies aren't coming.
See, she's waving at the cars going by now.
Trying to flag one down.
Part of it landed on
She's not-
David's
she's not-
shoulder.
She's trying to flag cars down, but she's not trying to sell it because she can't even give it away.
I did a while ago.
I wonder how many people are driving by and saying, "My, she looks like May."
Hey. Oh.
Was that live
How are
May?
you supposed to clip these?
Was that live May or dead May?
That's your category.
Aw, Mother's Mushkati. And Mother's pink flamenco. I want more bread.
What is your name?
You already got bread.
Felicia.
What's my name?
Fink.
Pinky.
We can't put it on film.
Julie, what is your name?
Julie and
Oh,
Felicia.
and your sister's name?
The youngest one is Phyllis. And the real old one's name is Phoebe. People, Phoebe.
Phoebe.
And what is your husband's name?
Vicky.
Would you like to say goodbye to everybody before you leave?
I will not say goodbye. It'll only be...
Au revoir.
Oh, no, I'm not saying goodbye because we're only going to be gone for a while.
And then
Until we sell our screwy house over there and come back here.
We were
and
going.
do what? Wait, and do what?
Oh, we're going to live in your basement.
Come back and sponge off of our rich relatives.
Yes, we're going to live in your basement.
We were going to dinner tonight, a group of us, but her sister Phyllis and her husband, Felipe, were so overcome that they just couldn't materialize and make it to the grand affair.
Never came, so they were too tired.
Phil was crying all day. Poor Felipe.
He was going to miss us.
Oh, I'll bet.
He didn't want us to leave. I know that. I mean, I know Philip. And Philip would never want us to go home.
Never,
Well,
never.
you're coming back though, aren't you?
Oh, yeah, we'll be back.
Like a bad penny.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we'll turn up.
We'll come back in a New York minute.
Okay, do you know where Westville is?
Oh, yes, yes. We had some relatives that lived there.
Okay. Well,
We have some that are going to live there too.
well, Dan, it's quite obvious that this is the end.
This is the end. She's beyond
No.
recuperation.
Only the beginning.
Oh,
As
no.
David and Julie, part 7.
Oh, no.
It's Easter Sunday, 1994.
What are you putting for that? Kennedy's assassination is the biggest thing for
Rosemary put
me.
that down. I didn't do
Well,
it.
not just, hello.
Hi, everybody. Hi, Lynn. When you see this, how
Hi,
are
Eric.
you?
Say happy Easter in Polish.
Hi, Eric.
Wesołego Alleluja.
Oh, hallelujah.
Wesołego Alleluja.
No, that's...
Were you talking sign language?
To Eric. Sorry about that.
Sure, sir.
Michelle,
There he
hi
is.
to Michelle, too. Assassination, ASS,
Peekaboo. Peekaboo. There's Big Mama.
I'm with them. Which is nothing to brag about, however.
Julie, put your teeth in.
They're in. Wesołego Alleluja. That's what it is. It is Wesołego.
Not Wesołego.
Should we tell? Jak się masz?
Should you put
It's all empty. We just finished dinner. There's Aunt Lynn. Picture. Yeah. There's the ducks. Priscilla and Elvis. And they come right up here and let us know they're hungry. And they make nests right here in the neighborhood and have their babies.
It's never been easier to save money. Why not give our Comfort Assured technicians a call?
And take advantage of the savings starting today.
If you desire a high-efficiency Lennox heat pump or a geothermal system, call 1-800-THE-HEAT.
Show precipitation filling in into northern Indiana and southwest
I
Florida.
took out some more crackers to him. He was tapping on the window with his beak.
Northeastward at about 30 to 35 miles
They come over here and eat bread and seed and
What else?
a little bit of everything.
Into the region as well.
Look at him tap the window.
Cloudiness, that's to our west associated with the precipitation that is working our way to the overnight, and as the cold air continues to work down, and as the
You can't hear him, I don't think. I don't think the sound will pick it up, but he's tapping the window.
and flurries in the forecast through tomorrow as well.
Lindsay was here the other day and she opened the door and I thought the female was going to come in.
Low tonight, 20 degrees.
I think he would.
For high tomorrow with occasional light snow and flurries, cold